Ladies and Habibis, we are going to introduction to you rising star of South Asia. He is very well educated. He knows Islam and Christianity very well. He done what they said he can. He is Doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Zakir? You come out, it's not you. Habibi, take him out, take him out. Sorry, there was some problem. He's Adam Sikher.
Hello everyone. This is your favorite Murtid. Salamul Masih. Peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having fun. And hello everyone. Your favorite Murtid is live once again with all of you. I hope you guys are having some fun. And at the same time, I hope, the last few days went pretty well. Last time I started to do a stream about Islamic infiltration and globalization, and I couldn't do that. It's just too much on the Twitter, it's just too much on the news, and I had to, kind of you know, take a step back, and I wanted to talk about the globalization and the effect of globalization. But at the same time, when you look at it, the today's history and what is happening in the world right now, things are pretty bad, and most of it is linked to this. Oh, link to this what we are doing. But at the same time, please reshare, retweet. I've sent the link in the tweet again for all of you to reshare and retweet. Thank you so very much for being here as always. And today we're going to talk about Nouman Ali Khan. I'm going to do a lot of videos about Nouman Ali Khan. Why? One of the basic reason is that when I was a Muslim, I used to like him. I used to like him a lot. Why? He's a very westernized kind of a Muslim. He wears normal people clothes. He talks like normal people. He uses English words. And then, he has some really good editors. There are a lot of his videos on Facebook and in YouTube where you will see a cartoon drawing cartoons while he's speaking. And he attracts the young Muslims. He attracts the young people. He attracts the people who are in their 20s. They are well educated, well versed. And he attracts the youngsters, the teenagers, the youngsters, the teenagers and 20s. And you know, when I studied Islam, I realized that he is one of the biggest deceiver ever. Why? Because he doesn't act like a true Muslim. He act like a very peaceful person. He says things which attracts a peaceful, loving, good human being, but he deceives. He deceives while he's speaking. His words are so good, so elegant that sometimes I believe that he's not even a Muslim. But between the elegant words, you'll see the deception that is hidden. So I'm going to do a lot of videos about Nouman Ali Khan, and I would request Nouman Ali Khan to join me or invite me to his channel. Doesn't matter. Nouman Ali Khan, I would like to talk to you. Let's see if you can be honest and truthful in front of me, because the people that you're talking with do not know jack about Islam, and they are only laughing and smiling when you're speaking and saying mashallah and nothing else because they are ignorant. Fortunately, I left that ignorance. Now, why do I say that? I don't use harsh words for Nouman Ali Khan just like I use for the rest of the people, because he's a different kind of a breed. He came to the West probably at his early age, and he has a sophisticated way of speaking, but he's trying to exalt a devil. He's trying to exalt evil. So at the end of the day, we have to speak about it. And obviously, my challenge stands there for Nouman Ali Khan to come and join me and prove your statements, because you can speak in front of a crowd who doesn't give you a rebuttal. And I challenge you, when you speak in front of me, you will not be an Ustad as you claim to be. And that challenge will remain there until you accept and join in. Without any delay, I'm going to first put the link in the live chat for anyone to join in and refute me. The link is there in the live chat now. You can obviously, I've pinned it. Any Muslim who would like to join in and refute me, they are more than welcome to join in and refute me. So, with that being said, let's open our discussion. And before I open that, guys, please share with your friends, share with your families, share with your foes, enemies, or whatever you have. I don't know whether you have enemies, whether you have friends, I don't know. Whatever you have, I would request you to share it, because if you share it, you're not going to just help me, but you're going to help yourself. So help me, help yourself by sharing, because very simple. Sharing is caring, remember? I hope you guys remember sharing is caring. But at the same time, this information needs to go out to everyone. This information needs to go out because this guy is influencing teenagers and young people, whether they're Muslims or non-Muslims. Because these Muslim kids goes to college or offices early, youngster offices, and they try to show these videos to non-Muslims, and they can try to convince non-Muslims based on this guy. Unfortunately, this guy has his own agenda and issues. So we are going to talk about this guy now. Numan Ali Khan, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. When I talk about wrongdoing people and Allah not guiding, we have a bigger problem than just this problem. You know why? If Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people, then who does Allah guide? The right doing people? The righteous people? You know, if you're already righteous, why do you need guidance? So if Allah is not even there to guide the wrongdoing people, we have a huge issue to begin with. So let's take this as an example, because Nouman Ali Khan gives a lot of examples, man. Oh my God, he loves examples. So I have to give examples as well. Let's say I'm trying to go someplace, and that place is in the north, and I don't have a compass. And let's assume I'm going towards south or east. At this moment, do you think I need guidance? If I need guidance, give me ones. Give me a one in the live chat. If you think that I need to go north, but I am going towards east, do I need guidance at this time? If yes, give me one in the live chat. Thank you. So we have a lot of ones. That is called I am astray from my right path. My right path was to go north. I am not going north. I am astray. Now, if I'm astray, somebody has to come and guide me so that I could go to north, so that I could find the right path. But if there is nobody to guide me, don't you think I will remain astray for a long, long time? Don't you think even I might die and I won't find the right path? That is the problem of this situation. When Allah says that Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people, the ones who are astray, we have a bigger problem, because at the end of the day, these are the people who needs the guidance most. These are the people who needs guidance the most. So let me go to his verse first before I will bring back to the original starting of it, because this is very important, because this was the title. So I'm going to go to his statement where he tells us this. Listen.
Grow into this.
And then comes the beautiful advertisement, because these Muslim channels, they get very good advertisements, which we don't. But anyhow, let me play now.
So anyhow, كيف يهدي الله قوما? How can Allah guide a nation? كفروا بعد إيمانهم. They disbelieved after they had iman. وشهدوا أن الرسول حق. And they even testified that the messenger is true. وجاءهم البينات. And the clearest proofs had already come to them. Oh my goodness. One thing after the other, all the reasons to believe. They had iman. They testified to the truth of the messenger, and the clearest proofs came to them, and they even disbelieved even after that. This kufr may not only be quantitative, it may also be qualitative. In other words, someone who understands the deen for what it is and then walks away from it all. Understands the religion and just decides to ignore it. Or we call it burnout. Burnt out from the deen. Right? And he knows it's the truth. And he said, yeah, I used to feel iman. Having a slump right now. So I've stopped practicing the religion. How can you do that? It's not a phase. It's not a fashion statement.
All right, let's check this verse out, and I'm going to go back to his statement. This is the verse that he is giving right now. How shall Allah guide a person or a people who disbelieved after their belief had witnessed what the messenger is true, and clear signs has come to them, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people? Now, imagine the beauty of this particular verse. Here you will see, how can Allah guide? You know, do you really, Nouman Ali Khan, are you really stupid? You actually translated the verse correctly. Even Sahih International tried to put some sugar coating in it, but you translated it correctly. How can Allah guide? Like, so Allah has limited capabilities. Allah is asking who, or telling who, that how can Allah guide? So a person who left Islam, just like you said, it's not a phase, and I know it's not a phase. When you leave Islam, you leave it with all your heart, with all your mind, and you leave it by knowing that there is no other truth left in Islam, because leaving Islam takes you to a utmost stupid, idiotic persecution if you are in the West. And if you are in the East, you probably might be killed, like in Pakistan. In Pakistan, if you openly proclaim that you left Islam, you probably might be killed. But in the West, you might not be killed, but yet you will have to go through stupid, idiotic type of persecutions, which really are uncount for. So you think it's a phase? Have you seen those people who left Islam coming out of Pakistan? Have you seen people leaving Islam who left Islam from Bangladesh or Indonesia or Saudi or Qatar, Malaysia? It is definitely not a phase. A person leaves Islam when he knows with absolute certainty that it is absolutely fully wrong, fully idiotic, cultish belief system, and there is no way a person can remain in it. This is the only way a person will leave Islam. Not because, oh, today I'm not a Muslim, tomorrow I'll become a Muslim, and today I'll do. No. Islam is full of hatred. I'm going to show it to you with your other stream that you did, but not this one. I'll prove it as well. So once again, I request you and I challenge you to stop talking with these people who don't know about Islam and giving them false, deceptive dawa. Come here, let's talk. Now, with that being said, look at the last part. And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. So the person who left Islam after knowing the messenger and the clear signs. So when I accepted Islam, I said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I bear witness that there is no God except Allah. And I bear witness that Muhammad is the prophet of Allah. When I bear this witness, I bore this witness as false witness because I never validated before giving this witness. I never verified anything before I gave this witness. I was asked to give this witness, and I gave this witness without knowing that I'm giving a false witness. To enter into Islam, you actually have to give a false witness, which is reciting the Shahada. I was born in a Muslim family. When I was young as 2 years old, when I started speaking sentences, you know, the first Arabic sentence that I was taught was La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. You know, in any Muslim home, when a kid starts to speak and make sentences, this is the first sentence that he was taught, or she was taught, or she is taught, or he is taught. They're going to teach you this sentence as soon as you grow up, 2 years, 2.5 years, somewhere around that time. When you actually grow up a little more, you'll be like, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Now comes the witnessing, the bare witnessing. So I had bore this witness from a very early age, which was a false witness, yes. And then I accepted Muhammad to be prophet and accepted Allah to be my God. Now, when I read Islam properly, I left Islam. And now Allah is saying, how can Allah guide? By the way, it's shall here, but it's how can Allah guide? Kaifa yahdi Allah, as he actually translated as well. Kaifa yahdi Allah, how yahdi Allah, Allah guide? How Allah guide? How can Allah guide? The people who left Islam after accepting Islam. Because Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. If you left Islam and you become a wrongdoing people, Allah is helpless in front of you. Allah is helpless in front of you because Allah cannot guide us. Allah is asking, how can Allah guide? Allah is simply helpless. You see the helplessness of Allah? How helpless He is? He's begging the Muslims, Muhammad basically, that how can he guide the people who left Islam after accepting Islam? Let me show you now. Let's go where he started from, because I wanted to come to how can Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. But let's see what he starts from, because Nouman Ali Khan is one of the favorite youngster scholar. He's a favorite youngster scholar. Young people like him, young girls like him. You will hear the smiles of young girls as well. Let me play. Listen.
Yabghi was before. Then it's ibtagha, yabtaghi, ibtigha. To be in serious pursuit. To go, we make an effort to pursue something. So whoever would pursue seriously other than Islam, any way of judgments, any way of dealing, any way of life, any religion, فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. It will not be accepted from him. It's like Allah is reiterating. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. إِنَّ الدِّينَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الْإِسْلَامِ وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ. The religion acceptable to Allah is Islam. Whoever chooses other than Islam, pursues other than Islam, it won't be accepted from him. Try saying that at the interfaith meeting. See how that works out for you. هُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ.
He said, try saying this in the interfaith meeting. You know, this is a very important thing. These Muslims goes to interfaith meetings. Some stupid, idiotic church, let me just say, stupid, idiotic church, will call them in the church, in West. I'm talking about the West. So these idiotic churches will invite these Muslims in the church for so-called interfaith meeting. And whenever you go to these interfaith meetings, they will actually give you part of certain verses, or the verses which are abrogated, or the verses which are Makkan verses before Hijrah, to show Islam is good, peaceful, and they can live in harmony. Yes, they can. They can. One, as long as they are not in majority, as long they are in minority of less than 20%. As long as they are in minority of less than 20%, yes, they can live in a perfect harmony. They will live like you. They will adapt your culture. They will not persecute you. They will not do anything. Even if their kids, children will leave Islam, they will not kill them. They'll be nice with them. They will be humble. That vanishes when they come into 30%, when they become 35%, when they become 40%, when they become 50%. All of these things goes away. And Quran chapter number 47 verse number 35 comes into play. O you who believe, do not go for peace when you are superior. That's all in Quran as well. You don't have to go to hadith to learn these things. You don't have to go to tafsir to learn these things. They are all in Quran. But yes, you cannot show even this verse. This is Quran chapter number 3 verse number 85 in front of the interfaith meeting, because if you say this verse, they'll be like, yeah, right, you can't live with us, get out. And he picked up a very important point, and he just skipped forwarded, you know and the girls, the young girls and the young boys, they're laughing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we can't do that. We have to deceive them when we go into interfaith meeting. We gotta deceive them. We can't show this verse to them. What does this verse say? And whoever desire other than Islam as a religion never will be accepted from him, and he in the hereafter will be among the losers, will be among the people in hell, among the losers. And he's right. Try saying that in the interfaith meeting, you'll know. So the basic essence of dawah is by lying and hiding. Muslim says this is not lying. When we are hiding and we are not telling certain things, it's not a lie. I say it is lie. because you are not giving the core doctrine of your theology, but rather you are hiding the core doctrine of your theology, which shows, proves, and approves that you are not compatible with any other culture, religion, faith, theology, ideology. Because it says that no matter how good you are, if your religion is not Islam, you'll be a loser. If your religion is not Islam, you will be a loser. Full stop. Allah is not going to accept anything whatsoever. So now interfaith, but interfaith is very important. So they have to deceive, they have to lie. Let's go and check furthermore. And by the way, let me just rewind a little. Let me show you how you can, if you can hear smiles of the Muslim females and males while you say this. Check this out.
From him. Try saying that at the interfaith meeting. See how that works out for you. هو في الآخرة
See? Did you hear the smiles of the females? They're literally, if you have your headphones, you'll know they are like young girls, probably. He always teaches the youngsters. You will not see really old people trying to listen to him. Very seldom, yes, you will. But mostly they are youngsters, teenagers, male and female. He is doing a certain kind of deception to the youngsters. And hence, it's very important for me to remove this deception. And it's very important for you guys to share this videos as much as you can. Now let's play.
من الخاسرين. I'm going to have a scriptural reading. I'm going to have scriptural readings. So just open up Al Imran and say, وَمَن يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَن يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ لَمِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Would you like to translate? Here's the translation. Read that, please. Yeah.
See, he's an interfaith meeting when you go and you and read this and you say, try translating. Imagine the deception of these people when they are speaking among their ummah versus when they are deceiving the non-Muslims. And I'm talking about the Western Christians who invite these kind of deceivers to their churches.
It's our message. It's pretty hardcore, yeah. Whoever pursues other than Islam as a deen, it won't be accepted from him. And he will be in the akhirah among the losers. Look, in the world, we can cooperate. In dunya,
See, in the world we can cooperate, but what kind of cooperation? Now he's going to the second deception. So in this world, you can cooperate to the non-Muslims. But what kind of cooperation? Like listen to his words very, very closely because the devil is in the detail. I always say the devil is in the detail. So you got to listen to his words, what type of cooperation you can do. Check this out.
yeah, we can cooperate with the Christian community, the Jewish community, the Hindu community. We can cooperate with them on good things. Humanitarian causes, it's fine. It's no problem.
Fine. Okay. Humanitarian causes, we can help them, work with them. That's fine. Fine. What can we not do?
On getting guns off the streets, helping the homeless, getting drug dealers,
Getting guns off the street. You have to get the guns off the streets, so that the Muslims can come up and do what they want to do when they are in power. So you have to remove the guns first so that when they will be in power, they can do what they want to do. Because if there are guns, then there'll be bloodshed. You know, that's what happened to the Britons. The Great Britain first, they removed the guns from the normal people. Then they removed the freedom of speech from the normal people. And then what happened? This certain community gained numbers, and now what they're doing, you can see that. Guns from the street is a very stupid, idiotic ideology. You need to remove illegal guns from the streets, not the legal guns. If you want to remove the guns from the streets, then army cannot hold a gun. If you want to remove guns from the street, then police cannot hold the gun. Then SWAT teams cannot hold the guns. So, you don't want to remove guns from the street. You need to remove illegal guns from the street. everyone should have the right to defend him and his family. Because when the riots will break off, just like they broke off in Europe, they can't do anything right now because there's no way they can do anything right now. They just simply cannot. There's a guest in the backstage. Let me finish this and I'll add you in. Hold on.
Rehab, all that, we can work with them, no problem at all. When it comes to the akhirah, we absolutely disagree. And we're going to say, hey, you guys are great people, and we're going to continue to try to invite you to Islam. You can keep inviting us too if you like. That's fine. And we will cooperate in good things. We will. But that doesn't mean that we won't be sincere to what we believe. And if we're genuinely concerned about humanity, then we will find a way to try and invite them to the deen. And we're not trying to proselytize or convert people, but the truth has to be shared.
We have to say, you're losers. We have to invite them to deen, but we are not converting them. So what are you doing? So you're telling them they are losers. You're telling them that we cannot go beyond anything this except for the humanitarian aspects because you're gonna burn in hell and you have to keep on inviting them to deen. You have to give dawah. Yet you are saying that you are not converting them. So what are you doing if you're not converting them then? If every single thing that you're doing is to convert them, then what else are you doing? By the way, this is all when they are not in majority. All of this when you are not in majority.
We can't genuinely be friends with members of a religious community and never bring up the deen.
We cannot genuinely be friends with this religious community other than Islamic religious community and not give them dawah. That's how it is. That's how it works. You see the problem here. Hey, where's that guy? Seems like he was in such hurry. He needed to have a conversation for 10 seconds right there and then. And then he's like, okay, my 10 second is gone. I am leaving because the 10 second is gone. You know, if you are here to talk with me and you don't have more than 10 seconds, don't even join. Because here we are going to talk. And when we talk, we discuss and we bring up stuff. So if somebody is in such a hurry that because I wanted a sentence to finish, then don't even join, my friend. Because if you're here, we have to have a discussion. And thank you so very much, Lily, as always. Such a huge super sticker once again by Lily. As always, she's a big supporter for this channel. Appreciate it, Lily. Thank you so very much. Blackpink, as always, he has given multiple super stickers. Appreciated 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. Thank you so very much, Blackpink, as always, and Lily, as always. Thank you. And thanks to everyone who has shared the video, liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please do go to my Twitter and share the link, share the tweet, retweet. Very important because you guys have to spread it. I can do my part by sharing the information and giving you the data. Your part is to share it and bring as many people as you can to come and learn this information. Both of these things goes hand in hand. So now without further delay, let's listen to this part and then I'll show you something.
To stand in front of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and tell him, yeah, I was teaching them about Islam through my actions. Yes, true, we teach Islam through our actions. But if you're already engaged in good action with them, then they say, hey, they're just like us. We do good things, they do good things. What's the difference? And it's almost as though you're saying there is no difference. Yes, there is. Let's sit and talk sometime. It doesn't have to be a debate. It could be over coffee. You can go to Starbucks. It's okay. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. You know what? Starbucks, you might have an ethical problem. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. You know, go to the kosher restaurant, sit down, have a chit chat. It's okay. You can have a healthy conversation. It doesn't have to be a debate. It's an invitation. It's supposed to be friendly in nature.
Yeah, it's supposed to be friendly in nature because he is where he is, he's in minority. Every single friendly conversation goes into non-friendly conversation when they are in majority. You want to see how? Come to Pakistan. Do they do friendly conversations with Christians, or is it imposed conversation with Christians? Can Christians do a rebuttal in a proper manner that your Muhammad deserves? No, they can't. They can't. Because if they say anything in return, he will be put to death because the case of blasphemy will be upon him. So all of these friendliness goes away as they become in power. They become in maturity, and things goes in a very tangent and dilemma. Now imagine this kind of a issue where Allah is claiming some very important things, and I'm going to show you certain things which first of all looks nice, but then it goes into very tangent. Like I've already shown you Quran chapter number 3 verse number 86. How can Allah guide after they have left Islam? And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. So if you leave Islam, you are a wrongdoing person, and Allah doesn't guide you. All right. But now there is another problem. Check this out. This verse seems very nice to begin with. Have you not considered the one who argued with Abraham about his Lord? Because Allah had given him kingship. When Abraham said, "My Lord is the one who gives life and causes death," and he said, I don't know who he is, "I give life and causes death." You know, it's very simple. Abraham is talking to Pharaoh, some Pharaoh, and Abraham said, "My Allah gives life and death." And Pharaoh said, "I give life and death. I can kill whoever I feel like killing, and I can let live whoever I want to let live." Then next, Abraham is very deceptive. You know, Abraham said, "Indeed, Allah brings the sun from the east, so bring it up from the west." The problem is, if I was the Pharaoh of that time, I would have been, "No, you silly, I bring the sun from the east. So if your Allah is right, ask him to bring the sun from the west." You know, how can this verse prove Allah to be true? Because Allah is only claiming what is happening in the world at this point in time. In this point in time, when the sun rises, from where the sun rises, we call it east. And where the sun sets, we call it west. There is no point in claiming this. Because Pharaoh, if he was intelligent enough, and I know obviously Pharaoh was very intelligent. This is a false story of Abraham. This is not the true story of Abraham. The true Abraham of the Bible never said this kind of stupidity. We all know that, whoever has read the Abraham story from the Bible, he never said this kind of stupidity, right? But now the problem is that Muhammad thought every single person around him is idiot, and quite frankly they were, because if they could hear this story and not reject Islam, they would be like, I don't know, they must be stupid idiot. Or they were like, yeah, Muhammad has power. He's giving us some booty, some woman. Let's just enjoy the booty and the woman for now. And when he dies, then we leave Islam. And that's what happened. When Muhammad died, a lot of people left Islam. And then Abu Bakr has to do a year and a half long Harbur Rida. And then that's what Abu Bakr did. But like, forget all of that. Now, the problem here is the next part, even though this is a problem as well. But the next part. So the disbelievers were overwhelmed and astonished. Like, seriously? And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. So imagine this Pharaoh is a wrongdoing person, right? He said he caused death, he caused life, whatever, whatever, whatever. This is the person whom Allah is supposed to guide. If Allah is the one who guides, then this is the person whom Allah is supposed to guide. Then Allah is claiming, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Imagine. And Shiza, all these so-called Jahil Islam, please don't use this kind of a word because YouTube just blocked your sentence. I can see that. So try not to use the word which could be blocked from YouTube. All right. So coming back to the next point, at the end of the day, if this kind of person is not somebody Allah could guide, then who does Allah guide? Okay, let's talk about Muslims. Does Allah guide Muslims? Our dear brother in humanity, Nouman Ali Khan, was claiming you can be friends with them, help them, guide them, not guide them, help them, work with them in humanitarian effort, have dinner with them, have lunch with them, and then tell them dawah. What does Quran says? O you who have believed, the Muslims, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. They are allies of one another, and whoever is an ally to them among you, then indeed he is of them. Indeed, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. So Allah is saying, you Muslimin, you are the wrongdoing people because you are being friends with the Jews and Christians. Or Allah is saying, Jews and Christians are the wrongdoing people. I don't know what Allah is saying because here the verse is not clear. Because here suddenly Allah said, Inna Allah la yahdi al qawm zalimin. Here Allah did not clear whether He is saying the Muslims to be the wrongdoing people because they are being friends with the Jews and Christians, or Allah is trying to say whether the Jews and Christians are wrongdoing people. By the way, Jews and Christians are obviously wrongdoing people, according to Allah. So imagine this stupidity that Allah doesn't even guide the people, even if they're Jews and Christians, because they are wrongdoing people. So imagine this. Ya Muslimin, let me give you another verse, which is very important verse. O Muslims, let me tell you something. All the Muslims, if you are giving dawah, imagine this. Your dawah is not going to work. Why? Because Allah said so. Check this out. And who is more unjust than the one who invents about Allah untruth while he is being invited to Islam? And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Imagine this. This is like a taqiyya kalam of Allah. Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Allah does not guide the wrong. It's like a taqiyya kalam of Allah. How many times Allah has to say this? But now imagine if a Muslim is giving dawah to a non-Muslim, and non-Muslim says, no, my Allah is the one who guides the wrongdoing people. Then you are inventing lies. Then you are inventing lies for Allah. Because Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. If I say to you, my God is there to guide the wrongdoing people. So if you read in the Bible, in Luke chapter number 5, verse number 32, and Mark chapter number 2, verse number 17, not 7, 17, Christ said, I came to call the righteous, but the sinners to repent. So Christ came for the wrongdoing people. What's the purpose? For the righteous. He came not to call the righteous, but the sinners to repent. He came for the wrongdoing people. Right? 532 marked and Mark 2:17. Let's open 532 just to see. There you go. And we can see Mark 2:17 as well, but let's just do both. Or we'll do Mark 2:17 as well. Okay, let's do both. And it says, I've not come to call the righteous, not come to call the righteous, but the sinners to repent. Same Mark 2:17. And hearing this, Jesus said to them, those who are healthy do not have need for a physician. Now see, here he is also giving an example. But only those who are sick. So the sick needs a physician. The sick needs a doctor. And he said, I did not come to call the righteous, but the sinner. So a true God needs to come to the sinner. Because the righteous does. So if a person is already righteous, at the end of the day, he doesn't need guidance. He already has the guidance. You know, if you're healthy, you don't go to the doctor. You go to the doctor when you're sick. You need a doctor when you are sick. You don't need a doctor when you're healthy. And that's where the problem lies. Allah is so silly. It sometimes pains me to see how somebody can accept this idiotic reality and still call it a religion. Check this out. So now if my God is saying that he comes for the wrongdoing, then I'm inventing lies towards Allah. Okay. Let me talk about atheist. I'll talk about atheist as well. And it says, this is because they prefer the worldly life over hereafter. So Allah is now talking to atheists who are saying we have life in this life. That's it. No afterlife. And Allah is saying, and that Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. There you go. Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. I don't know who Allah guides then. Allah does not guide the people who leave Islam after they have accepted Islam. Allah does not guide the Muslimin who are being friends with the Jews and Christians. Allah does not guide the Jews and Christians. Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Allah does not guide the sinners. And let me give you the sinners as well. Okay, let me give you the sinners. Sorry, I did not give the sinners. Hold on. I have to give you the sinner. There you go. Chapter number 2, verse number 264. Let's go to the sinners. Okay, atheist, that's all you're going to get today. Chapter number 2, verse number 264. O you who have believed, do not invalidate your charities and reminders or injuries, as does not who spend his wealth to be seen by people, and Allah does not believe in Allah. Oh, sorry, by people, seen by people, and does not believe in Allah and the last day. Okay, you atheist, you are also part of this verse, by the way. And the Muslims who give charity, but with a show, with a camera. Hey, I'm giving charity, kind of a thing. His example is like that of a smooth stone, very silky smooth stone. Oh, you must have seen these kind of stones in the river, or the nadi, the stream, where the water has smoothened the stone, very, very slippery. Okay, upon which is dust. So now that stone has dust, is hit by a downpour, is hit by a rain, that leaves it bare, which removes all the dust from it, because it's very slippery and smooth, so the dust cannot remain on them. They are unable to keep anything what they have earned, and Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. Allah does not guide the disbelieving people. You don't disbelieve in Allah. You disbelieve in Allah. Allah will not be able to guide you. Sorry. Because you give charity, ya Muslimin, by showing it, or you get injured in the battle, but you have in your mind that you want a battle scar to show to your children. You want a battle scar to show to your friends, battle scar, from the war, you know. You are wrongdoers. You are disbelieving people. You are gone with the wind. And the atheist who doesn't believe in Allah in the last day, the atheist kind of guys, you know, all of you. A lot of time people say, oh, Allah is always talking about the mushrikeen in Makkah, and Allah is talking about the Jews and the Christians. We are atheist. These are the secular people. We are Gnostic. Allah is not even talking about us. We are good. No, you are not. Who said you are? Allah is talking about you, my friend. You Gnostic seculars. Allah is definitely talking about you. So it's not just Jews and Christians. Quran is full of references after references about each and every. So Quran is a book which is absolute kafirophobic. Literally, it's kufrophobic, kafrophobic, because you will see words and sentences in this book which claims words after words towards the kuffar, and that's how it works. So Allah doesn't guide the wrongdoing people. Allah doesn't guide the disbelieving people. The problem is, if Allah only guides the people who have accepted Islam, then my question is, if a Muslim is already in Islam doing the good things, why does he needs any more guidance? if if a Muslim who's already doing a good things, he's guided, what more guidance will you give him? Guidance is required when you are astray. Guidance is not required when you are already guided. Guidance is required when you are astray. By the way, astray reminded me of another verse of Allah, very important as well. Let's go there, and I hope you are capturing the references as well. 28:50 now. That's Quran, and it says, "But if they do not respond to you," Allah is talking to Muhammad. If they do not respond to you, then know, Ya Muhammad, that they only follow their own desires. Obviously, if I'm not following a person who is telling me something, then obviously I'm following my desire, and my desire is not to follow this idiot. I'll follow somebody who's righteous. Why should I follow a bad person, an evil person? Why should I follow a evil person? Anyhow, and who is more astray than the one who follows his desire without the guidance of Allah? Okay, done. Perfect, Allah. I am astray because you did not guide me. Perfect. So will you guide me? Indeed, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Imagine this. So if I am following my desires, then I am astray. And if I am astray, then Allah does not guide me. Like okay, come, like this verse is an oxymoron statement in essence. Like I have not seen any more oxymoron statements in Quran. Oh, I have seen so many. I'm so sorry. I'll take my words back. There are so many oxymoron statements in Quran. I'm so sorry. One of the good oxymoron oh man. Oh, seriously. Like I sometimes I lose my chain of thought, and sometimes I say certain things because it's a habit of saying it. Because when you see something really really stupid, you say like, I have not seen something really stupid like this, right? It's like a way of figure of speech, right? But suddenly I realize I've seen so many oxymoron statements in Quran that it's just unbelievable why I'm saying this is one of it. Yeah, it is one of the many oxymoron statements. Because imagine the statement of Allah: who is more astray than the one who follows his desire without the guidance of Allah? Okay, then he is astray, he is without the guidance of Allah. Perfect. So he is astray, he is a wrongdoer, he is astray, he is not under the guidance of Allah. So Allah, will you guide him? Indeed, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Like, dude, oh man. It reminded me of something. It reminded me of a beautiful laugh. So at the end of the day, this is the sad reality of it. And I say it's a sad reality because this is literally a sad reality. And I don't know how to fix this sad reality and put this thing in the minds of these people who follow this book, who has such silly statements in it. And where are the Muslims? Any Muslim? Any Muslim who can explain this to me? Any Muslim? Obviously, Ustad, so called, Ustad Nouman Ali Khan will not. Because he doesn't have the guts to talk in front of a person who has the knowledge and has 2 cents of a brain. He speaks in front of people who are kids, and he tries to deceive them just like Allah is the best of all deceivers. The khayrul makirin, the best of all deceivers, the best of makkars, you know. And by the way, it's called Ustad, quotes and quotes, Ustad Nouman Ali Khan. And I get amazed. Yes, he speaks very softly, very nicely, sweet, buttery tongue. But that's where it ends. Because at the end of the day, he will tell you deception after deception, and there is no Muslim who is listening to him has the guts to question him. They won't even question him. Even if they have something in their mind, they won't even question it. Black Mumbai is saying you did a full stream on this topic on Urdu channel. No, I did not. I did a stream on my Urdu channel. Allah deceive Muslims. Allah deceive and Allah sends astray. I did a stream in my Urdu channel called Allah sends astray. Not Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Two different things. I'm not even talking about Allah sending astray today. I'm talking about Allah not guiding the wrongdoing people. Allah not guiding the kuffar. Allah not guiding the people. Like, imagine this. Allah is leading astray is a topic in itself, and I've done multiple streams on it in my English channel as well as in Urdu channel. In Urdu channel, we have talked about it, we have debated about it by many Muslims as well. But at the end of the day, it's really really difficult. If this is how you actually take it. Yep, I don't think there's any Muslim who will take up uh, this challenge. I challenge all the Muslims to join in. if they can, if they have the guts. But at the end of the day, I don't think they have the guts, because when I am talking, I'm giving you references on screen. When they talk, they don't give any reference, they just speak. And they actually emit. You must have seen at 3 minute 40-second mark when I showed you, he actually omitted the last part of the verse, which says Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. I can show it to you. He did not read the last part of the verse. And let me go back to our initial video, the first part which I showed you earlier. Let's go there. Imagine he's gonna skip that last part. Let me show you the verse first before I go there. Hold on. There is no deen except the religion Islam. Hold on. Hold on. This is the verse, Quran chapter number 3, verse number 85. He's gonna speak about this verse. He's gonna talk about. He's gonna read Urdu. Sorry, he's gonna read Arabic. وَمَن يَتَبَيَّ غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا وَلَن يُقَبَّلَ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ. That's it. Whoever desires other than Islam as the religion never will be accepted, hereafter will be among the losers. And then at 3 minute mark, he's gonna give you this verse, and he's gonna talk about this verse. 385 and now 86. Check this out. And he's gonna كيف يهدي الله قوم كفروا بعد إيمانهم وشهدهم أن الرسول الحق وجاءهم البينات. And that's it. He's gonna end here. He will end here. He will not talk about this part. Check this out. He will talk about how can Allah guide a person who disbelieved after his belief and had witnessed that messenger is true. Clear signs has come to them, and Allah does not guide the wrong people. He will not talk about this. Let's go there. Let's see how they deceive. Let's see how they deceive. MashaAllah, Subhanallah. Let's see how they deceive. Let me show you again, because I played it in the early part of this stream, but let's play it now again one more time. There we go. Let's play.
How can Allah guide a nation? كفروا بعد إيمانهم. They disbelieved after they had iman. وشهدوا أن الرسول حق. And they even testified that the messenger is true. وجاءهم البينات. And the clearest proofs had already come to them. Oh my goodness. One thing after the other.
Oh my goodness. Why did he not read the last part? Why did he not read the last part of the verse? And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. He read Quran 386 and he stopped at Bayyanat. That's it. He ended it. He ended it at Bayyanat. My question is, why did you end it at Bayyanat? Let's see. Maybe after 30 seconds he will read the rest of the verse. Check this out.
There are all the reasons to believe. They had iman, they testified to the truth of the messenger, and the clearest proofs came to them, and they even disbelieved even after that. This kufr may not only be quantitative, it may also be qualitative. In other words, someone who understands the deen for what it is and then walks away from it all. Understands the religion and just decides to ignore it.
Decides to ignore it. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Or we call it burnout.
Burnout.
Burnt
Okay.
out from the deen.
Burned out from the deen. Why are you not telling the last part?
Right? And he knows it's the truth.
He knows it. How can you leave a deen if you know it is true? So imagine this stupidity. If I know this is true, why will I leave it? If I know something to be true, do you think I will leave it? Oh my goodness, we have a supreme leader in the chat, man. Subhanallah, we have a supreme leader in the chat. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Supreme leader, submit to creator. Do you know Arabic? Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. Supreme leader, are you from Arab? Do you know Arabic? Come up, help me. Yahadni, Yahadni, Yahadni. Help me. All right, with that being said, he's now deceiving. Let's see how he deceives more.
And he says, yeah, I used to feel iman. Having a slump right now.
I used to feel Iman. It's feelings. There's no evidence. We are only talking about feelings here. Feelings.
So I've stopped practicing the religion.
I don't know, man. They have so many games ads, man. What are they doing? Okay, check this out.
It's not a phase. It's not a fashion statement. It's not a fad you're going through. This is your commitment with Allah. Everybody.
Where is the commitment? So if I don't even know that Allah is not true because I left him not because I know it is true. Imagine how can somebody leave his faith if he knows it is true? Like this is how they deceive the Muslims in front of them because they know that they're not going to ask these simple questions. Can they bring a non-Muslim there to ask simple questions when they are showing something? When they are actually showing something?
else can call it a phase. Your uncle can call, she started wearing hijab, she's going through a phase, she'll get over it. That's fine. Everybody else can dismiss it as something else. Even the prophets were told, oh, there's poor guy's taken over by a jinn. When the jinn leaves him alone, we'll be fine.
So imagine there's over like I started at 3:40. Now we are at 5 minute mark. He did not even read the last part of the Quranic verse. They actually deceive people. They actually deceive. They don't even read the full verses. They don't even read full verse. I don't know why they don't even read full verses. If there is a verse that you are proclaiming and you started from a verse back, 385, now you're at 386. Now my question is, why wouldn't you even read the whole verse? Are you scared? Why won't you even read the complete verse?
He's going through a phase, a jinn phase. That's what they've said about the
Leaving
prophet.
Islam
So
is
people will say that
phase.
about you. That's fine. There was this guy who interviewed me when I was in college.
Now he's talking about him being interviewed and all that. These people like to give stories because they have little data to show, and mostly it's all about stories. There's stories after stories after stories after stories because that's all they can give you. If you'll ask them the reference, they'll be like story. You ask them another reference, story. So it will only be stories. Where's the data? I have to skip forward the story because that's stupidity. Let's watch from here now.
Too much submission for what I ordered. I just wanted something that will make me feel good, not something that I'll have to, give myself up for.
So imagine, very important, if Allah is proven to be wrong, proven to be incorrect, proven to be liar, why should I do a single thing for Allah? That's how simple it is. Why is he saying that you want the desires of this world? No, I will leave each and everything that a God will ask me to leave if that God is going to prove himself to be true. If that God is proven true, then yes, I leave all the desires. But the problem is, no matter from which angle you pick up Allah, it will always be false. It will always be like a devil. That's how simple it is. You will not be able to find a single evidence for Allah to be God.
Me feel good, not something that I'll have to, give myself up for. So what should I do?
Yeah, I will give myself up for. Yeah, not for Allah. Not for Allah. I will not be going out having girlfriends. Why? Because Christ said, no, it's adultery. Don't do it. I won't do it for Allah now. If Allah said don't eat pork, I'll eat pork because Allah is wrong. He's false. It's the utmost false, stupid God in the history of false gods. You know, if somebody tells me Zeus is God, I will listen to him. Why? Because he might be able to give me some evidences for Zeus to be God. And I'm talking about Zeus, which every single theologian clearly says that this is a methodological theory, mythical theory, methodological theory. But still, if somebody says, "Oh, I have some evidence about," oh, brother, yes, please tell me. Like if I compare Allah with Zeus, I think Zeus will win. There's a much higher chance that Zeus will win. Hey, ex-Muslim from Japan, welcome to the channel. Appreciate it. So there's a higher chance for Zeus to be God rather than this Allah. So why would I do anything for Allah?
أن الرسول حق وجاءهم البينات والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. And Allah does not guide the wrongdoing nation.
The
أولئك
wrongdoing
جزاؤهم
nation? Now it is the wrongdoing nation. Oh my goodness. Finally! So at 3 minute 40-second mark, he said a verse and then he didn't even go there. Now he's telling everything, sugarcoating his story and everything, and then making people emotional, saying, you have the truth, you are still following the bad desires. Now he said, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Now imagine what's going to happen now. Check this out. Now, he just said, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Check what he's going to say now.
أن عليهم لعنة الله. Their compensation, those people, their compensation is that they will exclusively have Allah's curse. And the angels, والملائكة, والناس أجمعين, and the people all together on Judgment Day. Why? You had the greatest gift possible in this world, in this life, guidance itself in your hands.
If there was guidance, then Allah cannot, Allah, you just said, Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. If Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people, then I'm the wrongdoing people. Then how can I have the curse of Allah? Because then Allah, next verse Allah says, their recompense because they did not accept Islam, Allah's curse will be upon them, and the angels' curse and the people's curse. Now I have a bigger problem here. Let me tell you something what the bigger problem here is now. The bigger problem is if you think Allah is all powerful, Allah is all powerful, all encapsulating. Allah is the one which has no beginning, no end, the utmost powerful thing. If Allah curses a person, why does this person needs the curse of angels? Angels are creators? No, they are created beings by Allah. Now, if Lanatullah is there, why Malaika's Lanat? Why the angels' Lana is there as well? By the way, why would Allah send the curse to his own creation? Like imagine this, if Allah curses, then why would believers won't curse? Because that dude, it's there. And وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ
أجمعين
وَالنَّاسِ
والناس
أَجْمَعِينَ. And collectively, people all together. Okay. Now imagine when you send a lana, when you send curse, like this is very important to understand. If you understand, you will know what I mean. It's very important. When you say curse be on you, what does that mean? What does that mean? Think about it. Let me see how many people can tell me What does that mean if some human says, curse be upon you? What does that mean? Give me a statement. What does it mean? Curse be on you. Let's see who can give me the answer. If a person, let me read, and I know there's a 15-second delay. So I have to wait for you guys to type and then send after you listen to what I said. So it's going to be 15-second delay. I know that. But let's say if somebody says, curse be upon you or curse be on you. What does that mean in essence? Give me a full sentence. Let's see who can get this. Blackpink failed miserably. Viger failed. Again. Let's see who else. Lots of bad wishes. No. Vijay, you fail. Profane expression of anger, disgust, surprise, etc. No. Every bad befalls upon you. Clear as mud is close but not there. Okay, let me give you a better example. Then you might will be understand. You might understand. When somebody say bless you, what does that means? You might be able to get what I'm saying. When somebody says bless you, what does that means? Come on, guys, hurry up. When somebody says bless you, what does that means? Good wishes? No. Yes, Mritranjay, you are on spot. It means blessings of God be upon you. Okay. So this is a prayer. This is a dua. When you say bless you, it means may the blessings of God shine upon you. No human being can bless another human being. No human being can bless a human being. You can bless him with money. There you go, my money. That's separate. But when you say a prayer upon somebody and you say blessing be upon you, it always means blessing of God be upon you. In essence, when you say bless you, it actually relates to saying blessing of God be upon you. Same is the case when you say curse be upon you. It's the same thing. May the curse of God be upon you. Because when you say curse be upon you, what is a curse? What is the la'ana? You know, la'ana. What does that mean? It means nothing. It means the curse of God be upon you. So these things, these are the opposite type of prayers. One is a good prayer, one is an evil prayer. When you say blessing be upon you, it is blessing of God be upon you. May the Lord bless you, kind of a thing. Because a human cannot bless in a way. Now, here, check this out. If the people are sending curse, that makes sense. Because people are saying, curse of God be upon you. When the angels are sending curse, again, it is the same thing that angels are saying, curse of God be upon you. When Allah is sending the curse, dude, Allah is cursing by which God? Allah is which curse of which God? Do you see the problem here? So this verse has a double problem. Yes, Baal, probably. Wajir, you're right. That's a double problem. So how can Allah curse when He is the one to curse? Then how can it be curse of Allah and of the angel and of the people altogether? That's stupidity. Because people are saying Allah should curse him. Angels are saying Allah curse him. Allah is saying Allah curse him. What do you mean by that? Allah is saying to which Allah curse him. And if Allah has already cursed him, then this guy shouldn't even live. This guy, the male or the female, whoever he is, should be dead, should be gone. Bye bye, tata, khatam, finished. He should have cancer, AIDS, COVID, and all of these things all together, and he should be gone in a couple of days, full stop. But Allah obviously is a puny God. You know that, right? I hope you already know that. Allah is a puny God. So now check this out. Now listen to him again, what he is saying. Now you will understand why he brought up this verse. And check this out, how stupidly he's going to explain this verse.
Allah does not guide the wrongdoing nation. Ulaika jazauhum anna alayhim lanatullah. Their compensation, those people, their compensation is that they will exclusively have Allah's curse. And the angels, wal malaika, wal nasi ajma'in, and the people all together on Judgment Day. Why? You had the greatest gift possible in this world, in this life, guidance itself in your hands, and you squandered it. And you chose something as vile and disgusting as kufr instead. Why shouldn't you get the curse of Allah and the people and all of humanity?
Okay, why shouldn't he get the curse of Allah? Why shouldn't he get the curse of Allah? Dude, then Allah should curse him. Let's see if Allah did curse him. Abu Lahab, Allah cursed Abu Lahab. Did Abu Lahab die instantaneously? No. Hey, submit to Creator. I do submit to Creator. I don't submit to your fake God Allah. So if you have the power to speak and the power to have a discussion, you're more than welcome. The link in the description, click on it and come up. And stop babbling in the live chat like that. I know it hurts when you hear these authentic references, but you know, it doesn't matter. By the way, Abu Lahab, Allah curse Abu Lahab. One of the greatest curse Allah said, it is in the Quran. May the hands of Abu Lahab be broken. Were they broken? Surah Lahab is very important over here to see the curse of Allah. Because this proves that Allah has no authority over any human being whatsoever. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. May the hands of Abu Lahab be ruined, and ruined is he. His wealth will not avail him, or that which he gained. Now imagine these two verses of the Quran. If they are proven wrong, then Allah is a liar. Correct? Then Allah is a liar. This Abu Lahab guy remained alive till after Battle of Badr. Muhammad claimed to be prophet 3 years after he received prophethood. So he received prophethood at 40. He proclaimed himself to be prophet at 42 or 43, between 42 and 43. That is when Abu Lahab said, "Oh Muhammad, you are an idiot." And after some day, this surah came in. And Allah said, "May the curse of Allah be upon him. May his hand be broken." I don't know why Allah is saying, "May his hand be broken." Why is it tabbat yada? Why? I should say, his hand should break. I, as a human being, say, "May this happen." Okay? There's nothing may. May is a Sahih international stupid translation. Allah is saying, the hands of Abu Lahab are broken, perish, removed, finish. They should finish right there and then. But Abu Lahab remained alive for the whole 13 years of the life of Muhammad in Makkah. He kept following Muhammad wherever he found him, and he used to abuse Muhammad while he was walking behind Muhammad. He was the uncle of Muhammad. So he was much older than Muhammad. And he used to abuse Muhammad. So if Muhammad was in Makkah for 13 years, for 10 years, Abu Lahab's hands were not broken. Abu Lahab was supposed to live for just 1 year after this surah. If he would have lived for 1 year after this surah, it's done. Allah is a puny God. He lived for over 14 years after this surah. Next verse, very important, of this chapter number 111. Chapter number 111, the verse number 2. His wealth will not avail him, or that which he gained. Imagine his wealth did avail him. He did not go to Badr, but rather he bought slaves and sent the slaves instead of himself. So his wealth did avail him. So he stayed back in Makkah while his wealth, while his slaves that he bought from his wealth went out and fought in Badr. So back in the old days, when the battle is supposed to happen, each and every household had to give certain male representative for war, because there was no legalized army, not legalized, the word is something else, whatever, no no proper army. So you, each and every household has to give certain human beings, certain men, certain male. So his household are supposed to give 2 male bodies for the battle. So he didn't go. He bought some people. He sent them. That's it. That's how it is. So just the 2 verses of chapter number 111, 1 and 2, proves Allah to be a puny God. What does this guy says? May the curse of Allah be upon the people. If we even read from the Quran that Allah's curse is nothing, why should anybody be afraid of the curse of Allah? Even though I don't know how Allah is sending the curse, because Allah has to send curse by some other Allah, because the curse should be like instantaneously. But anyhow, check this
And
out.
you chose something as vile and disgusting as kufr instead.
Kuffar is vile and disgusting. See how he's explaining kufr. So Jew, Christian, Hindu, atheists are vile and disgusting.
Why shouldn't you get the curse of Allah and the people and all of humanity? وَالنَّاسِ أَجْمَعِينَ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا, and they will remain in that curse. لَا يُخَفَّفُ عَنْهُمُ الْعَذَابُ, the punishment will not be lightened from them even a little bit.
Imagine this. So you are telling me that you're going to go to, let's go back to his original words, when you go to the interfaith discussion in a church, you will not be able to give these kind of verses. Why? Because it will expose you how vile and ugly your religion is. How vile and ugly it is. This is how stupid it is. I'm just showing you this guy is a nice guy, nice looking guy, wears shirt, pants, coat, sometimes a tie as well, speaks English very nicely. But at the end of the day, look at what his statements are, how they speak and how they say things in front of their own congregation versus when they go to interfaith meetings. They, to the same Jews and Christians, sorry, forget Jews, forget everything else. When they go to these Christian churches and when they give interfaith discussion, they don't call them vile and filthy. There, they'll be like, Ahlul Kitab, you are the people of book. You are close to us than anybody else. MashaAllah, you Christians, you are our brothers from Abraham. I don't know. They have no idea who Abraham is. Yes, they have no idea who Abraham is. Literally, Quran doesn't talk about who Abraham is. It's like a person named Abraham. But forget that. Suddenly they'll be like, oh, brothers and sisters from Abraham, we are the same, we are cousins, we are the sons of Ishmael. Our prophet is the son of Ishmael. By the way, no scholar can prove the lineage of Muhammad all the way to Ishmael. No one can. I've shown that. Page number 52, 53, 54 of Siratul Nabi by Ibn Kasir proves that. No one can give any lineage back to Ishmael. They claim Muhammad is from Ishmael, but nobody can prove this. But anyhow, we are cousins. You Christians, your prophet. They'll say prophet. They'll say prophet. They won't say their Lord. You have to call their Allah Lord. You have to call their fake prophet as prophet, but they will not call your Lord Jesus. They'll say your prophet Jesus is from Ishaq, Isaac. We are cousins. We are cousins. We are so close to each other. That's how they deceive until they gain numbers. Until they gain numbers. And once they gain numbers, then things goes different. And they always have been historically proven, historically accurate. That's how it works. Always. Some small segment and then we'll end this part.
خفف يخفف تخفيف فهو مخفف خفف يخفف. It's to be lightened. It's the passive version. It won't be lightened from them, nor will they be waited for or even looked at. ينظرون could be they will be looked at. It can also be they won't even be waited for. Nobody will give them a couple minutes. The torture begins and like, can you just give me just 2 seconds? Let me catch my breath. Then you can start the beatings again. And the angel's back and say, okay, take 2 seconds. Matter of fact, take 5. No. I'll keep going. You know what happens?
So what he's saying, that's it for now. For what he was saying is when their punishment will start, the angel and these people, the Jews and the Christians, and the atheists and the agnostics and everyone will be saying, give me 1 second, you are beating me, let me take some breath. Like you are beating, when you beat somebody, and after the beating, the person is like can't even breathe. So he'll be like, angel, give me a breath, give me 2 seconds. No, angel will not say give 5 seconds. No. Keep on beating them again and again and again and again, repetitively. This is interfaith discussion. This is what they need to show in the interfaith discussions. Not the fake version of Islam, but this version of Islam. Their recompensation will be upon them is curse of Allah and the curse of angel and the curse of people altogether. And abiding eternally therein, i.e. in hell, the punishment will not be lightened for them. They will not be lightened. Severe punishment. Nor will they be deprived. They will not get time to take breath. Constant infliction of pain after pain after pain after pain after pain. This is how you should tell the interfaith discussion, not the other one. Except for those who repent after that and correct themselves, for indeed Allah is forgiving and merciful. What after that? It's not after that. It's stupid translation. It is in this world, you have to accept Islam. Otherwise, this is what's going to happen. You'll be given pain after pain after pain, and the curse of Allah will be upon you in this world and the hereafter. This is how they teaches their own teenagers and 20s. That's the teaching to their teens and 20s. This is their teaching to the teens and 20s. And that's why I said, like, very important that we should talk about a person who is capturing the young minds. They're capturing the young minds, especially this Nouman Ali Khan. the deceiver, just like Allah, they, they try to capture the young minds. And these are young minds. You see, he started very nicely and he said, oh, can we do this in the interfaith discussion? No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No. When we go to interfaith, you'll be, you have your religion, I have mine. You are the people of the book. We are cousins. We believe in Jesus. We love Jesus. Our faith does not complete until we love Jesus. With Jesus, they have a separate Jesus, by the way. Oh, we believe in Moses. We are so close to you. Hindus don't even believe in Moses. How can you be with Hindus? Atheists don't even believe in Jews, Moses or Jesus. They don't believe in God. How can you be with God? You have to be friends with us. Because when you will be friend with us, then we will talk to your children and we will get them to Islam. We will make them good Muslims. We will show them that you are wrong and we are right, and we will convert them, because if we will not convert them, curse of Allah will be upon them and they will be in hell, where there will be punishment inflicted upon them again and again and again and again and again without them taking a breath. And that's how they work. If they are in minority, and by converting your children, they will gain numbers, and once they gain numbers, Quran chapter number 47 verse number 35 comes into play. O you who believe, do not go for peace when you are the uppermost. When you are superior, don't go for peace. And then the verses of swords comes into play. Kill them, besiege them, wherever you find them. Sit in the lowest valleys, in hiding, and don't let them pass. Get them out of this land, because this land has been given to you by Allah. This is their whole dawah tactic. And that's exactly how they work. If you still don't believe me, I don't know how you will. To all the people who are ignorant, especially to these Western Christians, you know, when I talk about in my Urdu channel, because there are a lot of Hindi audience, I talk about the Hindus, because that's the place where Hindus are in majority, and they are doing the same thing over there, but in a different manner. And I tell them how they are doing that over there. Their tactics is similar with a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a spice, you know. But here in the Western world, that's how they are doing to the Christians. And the secular Christians are bringing them to their own churches and making them, oh, come on, yeah, come on. Please deceive us, please deceive us, please deceive us. That's how it is. These secular Christians are bringing them in to their own churches and letting them deceive them. A short break, and after that, if anybody has a question, they can join in. And I'm going to take a short break. In the meantime, you can join in, and I'll take the questions if there is any. Any Muslim who has the guts to refute anything that I put, they can come in as well. They are more than welcome. Short break, and I'll be right back.
Hello Habibis and Sheikh lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kind support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please, please, please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad. Hello, Habibis and Sheikh Ntika lovers. If you would like to support Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please, please, please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad.
All right, I'm back and I don't see anybody in the backstage, so fair enough, we can end the stream. Thank you so very much, guys. I hope you learned something from here, from this stream. As always, please don't forget to like and share. If you can, please do that. If you can't, all right, so be it, doesn't matter. Put a comment in the video, after the video, that's gonna push the channel. Help the channel to help yourself, because at the end of the day, what I can do is show you the data. What I can do is to do the stream. What I can do is to give you the information. What you do with this information is up to you. What you do with this information is up to you. But at the same time, something more than what you can do is to share it so that a lot of people could reach this information and read it, understand it, and know it. So thank you so very much once again for being here and being part of this journey. And then Blackpink, thank you so very much, sir, for your kind support. Faruk Joel, appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much as always. And Blackpink, once again, appreciate it. Samar Kumar said, good morning, Adam Seeker. Hope you are doing good. Thank you so very much. Good morning to you too. I'm doing very well. Appreciate it. Blackpink said, Swineherd. I don't know who that is. Swineherd. I have, yeah, Swineherd. Heard of the swine. And Blackpink, appreciate it, sir. Viger, appreciate it, who is my moderator as well. As you can see, the uh, key sign with him. Appreciate it, Viger. Thank you so very much. Uh, Kingfisher, Ultra Pro Max. So we have a Kingfisher who is also Ultra Pro Max. He was a member for the last 3 months. And he said, take care, Adam. Thank you so very much. Take care, you too. Take care, guys. And whoever is watching me from India, I'll see them in few hours in Sahil's channel. So thank you. Take care. God bless you all. See you next time on Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Yeshua Akbar.